Assalamualaikum and a very good day to Madam Siti Shakila. Today, we are from Group 11. Would like to present on our first group project on financial accounting and report of a sole trader or partnership business for ACC 407. First of all, I would like to introduce our team member, which is me, Nur Asyikin binti Ismail. And second, Nur Atiqah binti Mohamad Saharudin. Next is Muhammad Shafiq Izwan bin Adik. And lastly, Siti Syafiqah binti Muhammad Arif. So, in this topic, I will start with introduction and background of business. Then Atika will explain about the business characteristic and process of the business. Shafiq will be explain about classification of business item. And lastly, Siti Syafiqah will explain about the strength and the weakness. So let me start with our introduction. Financial introduction. What is financial introduction? Introduction is a process of recording, summarizing, and reporting a company business transaction so that others like government, investor, and management can understand its financial performance. In this financial accounting is used by all types of business like sole trader and partnership. It also helps owner to make a better decision for the company succeed and growth. So, um, we in this topic, we would like to choose a company with partnership uh, business to be our main case study. We have choose CYS Econ and Engineering M Sdn Bhd, which located at Lot 30, Jalan 6/5, Kawasan Perindustrian Seri Kembangan, 41300 Seri Kembangan, Selangor, Darul Ehsan to be our main topic for reference. So, um, this company has start up their business by registered their business in private limited company under Sdn Bhd. They are sharing their owner capital with 50. They start up their business capital at 50,000 ringgit Malaysia. And the main business activity is installation of ventilation, refrigerant on air conditioning equipment and ducts. Like others company, this company also have their own goals to grow faster by sharing responsibilities and resources to expand business in the ducting industry. They have 10 number of staff inclusive of one manager, two supervisor, six technician, and one admin account to manage their document. Recently, this company issued an official letter to customers regarding compliance with Malaysia invoicing regulation. This business regulation required business to include certain mandatory field to ensure the seamless digital transaction in their business. So this regulation, so this showing that they are they have this business also have transformation in the business environment. That's all from me today. I will pass it over to Atika to explain more about the characteristic of the business and process uh, process of recording. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Atiqah binti Muhammad Saharudin, and as explained by Miss Asyikin, I will explain about business characteristic by CYS Econ and Engineering M Sdn Bhd. First one is I will story about ownership. This company owned by 2%, which is Chin Yi Fat and Lim Wan Lee. And for capital, Chin Yi Fat expend about 29,940 ringgit. And for Lim Wan Lee, expend about 19,960 ringgit. And next we'll explain about registration. This company already registered with SSM on 26 December 2019. And for industry sector, they do installation of ventilation, refrigeration or air conditioning equipment and ducts. For profit, Chinwe Fat will receive about Rm 30,000 ringgit and for Lim Wanli will receive about 20,000 ringgit.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Mohamad Shafiq Izwan bin Adik from Group 11 for Project 1. Today I'll be presenting classification of business items in our project. Alright, let's start with the assets. So basically assets are what the business owns. We have categories things like vehicles such as vans and lorries, mainly used for transportation, air conditioning units in inventory, office equipment such as a computer and machinery like plasma cutter and folding or vending machine. From this list, we can divide them into non-current asset and current asset. For the non-current asset is things the business will use for a long term, like the lorry, computer and machinery. For the current assets, things that expected to be sold or used within year like the air conditioning units in inventory. Next up, we have liabilities. These are the debts or obligation that the business need to settle. This is what we included. Loan for 30,000 from FN Bank to buy the lorry and van. Salaries that still need to be paid to technician and unpaid electricity bills. So to break it down, it divided by which is non-current liability and current liability. For the non-current liability, the 30,000 ringgit loan from the bank because it's long term. And for the current liabilities, salary and electricity bills because they need to be paid within a short period. Okay, now let's talk about capital. This is the owner investment or equity in the business. For example, the owner invested for 50,000 ringgit to start up the business. Pretty straightforward, right? Moving on to the revenues. This one is about how the business earns money. So we listed a few revenues. Payment for aircon installation, a charge for servicing or maintenance contracts, and the sale of spare part. That's all income from business activity, basically the cash inflow. Now for the expenses, which are all the costs need to keep the business running. So we have salaries for technician with a salary budget of 50,000 ringgit, fuel for the company's lorry and van, building rental and utility bills which total around 10,000 ringgit, and finally machinery and equipment like the plasma cutter and folding or bending machine. All of this are essential for daily operation. So that's all from me for the classification of business items. I hope this helped to understand how everything fits into asset, liability, revenues, capital, and expenses. So let's move to next presenter. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Syafiqah. Next, we will proceed into recording process. Recording process based on the accounting cycle is can be divided by identifying the transaction, analyzing and recording the transaction, journalizing the transaction and summarize it, make it into one financial statement report that we learn from the ACC 407. But in actual businesses, CYS company that we decided to interview, they said they use one manual, not technically not one, but they use manual filing. So basically their staff will record all the transaction, compile it into one file. And then they said they also use accounting system provided by SQL, which is they provide various type of accounting system tasks that help them managing their inventory, invoice, and regenerate their report and everything according to accounting purposes. And then they also have hired hired external accountant for their auditing purposes for financial performance for their company. So we take a look in strength and weaknesses of accounting system by SQL. So first is high performance. What do you mean by high performance? Since SQL is basically structured data managed by a computer, so that's why they are highly performance. They are very efficient and everything. But if we make one mistake, all your report or your data entry will be wrong. Also, it is uh, take a long time to enter the data. So next is custom report. Custom report, you can get any intel or data from your data entry, but you can choose any 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 data or detail for your purpose or what we need or they need for the CYS company. And then lastly is low cost. One of the package provided by SQL is at cost at 39 ringgit and 50 cent, that involve accounting and invoicing. So another package also they also get inventory is slightly high than this one. This is one of the package provided. So for their weaknesses, since it is computer based, so basically their staff, CYS staff, need to be highly knowledgeable in IT skills to manage their system. So without the skill, they prone to make a mistake. The more mistake they make, the more mistake in their report. And then to maintain, they also required to maintain their database regularly. So next we be comparing it to with external accountant. So since previous, like I said before, SQL is low cost, suitable for SME, and then flexible. Since we can downgrade and upgrade the package without bind to the contract. And then for external, the weaknesses is they also manage other company beside CYS company. So it is hard for them to get more information about their accounting. Basically they're unavailable all the time. So they also need to follow up with the external accountant, which is need a long time. So we also suggest to CYS company to get their own full time accountant. But for full time accountant, of course they can get all the transaction like sales, purchase, payment, or revenue and income will be monitored by their own staff, their own accountant, which is all the time available for them only to get more information, more report and everything. And then they also communicate well with another department, such as procurement for accounting purposes or transaction purposes. And then, but the problem is for full-time accountant, based on their level education or experience, they are highly cost. Around, maybe they need to pay their salary around 5k or to 6k, something like that. And then if they hired the the lowered uh, level education, basic level level education or experience, they will have a limited skill, so they need to train them or send them to another company for training and so on. And then they also probably need supervision to supervise them. And of course since they have full-time accountant, they also need to space to make to do their work. Okay, that's all we suggest from them. But of course it's on it's up them to keep on keeping their subscription on SQL, and then to maintain use the external accountant, since both of them is a low cost, since external accountant also only used when they need to audit their performance, financial performance. That's all for me. Thank you.